Request taking part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Yuan Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. What small things? What things? When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. I thought you only did killing. I thought you mentioned that previously, that that's all you do. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Well, yeah, Phoenix. Have you been paying attention? Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. I want to know about these 2 or 3 small things. That's what I want. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Yuan Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. What things? 2 or 3 other things? I mean, we know it's going to be the bear and stuff, but... Yes. And what were these other things? I'm sure earlier you just said, like, you only do the killing bit. A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? No. It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Yeah, but... kind of want to present the bear and see what he says about the bear. Let's press further, though. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney? Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder, what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination? Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That is, I smell the stench of a backstabber. Oh, crap. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Or I'd have to think, is this worth pursuing? I wanna... Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. Very much thinking with the logic of, like, if I'd backed down then, he would have found that suspicious, right? He could be like, wait, you backed down after I pointed that out, so you are a backstabber. Whereas now I'm pursuing it, and my logic is very much this idea of he won't think I'm a backstabber because I'm pursuing it, so it must be important. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. Oh, thank Christ. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me, and familiar to something Mr. Powers told us, so... Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine. and give it to Adrian Andrews. But why? Why? Like, she already knew about it, she already knew how to solve it. This is the thing, she already, like, why would she need, where is it? Where's the bear? Why don't you just find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews? Like, she already knew it existed. And she already knew how to open it. Like, if that's the case, why would she need to get it? Like, she had access to it. Like, because there was the whole, where are we? Like this. The whole article with, like, him meeting up with AA. It's like, she had plenty of opportunity to do that without killing him, so... No, that doesn't quite make sense to me. I need more information there. Can I press on that? See if I get more out of that before I present anything there? Found this figurine at Mr. Engarde's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. And that was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engarde, I'm sure. Makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Do I? Do I? I feel like I should go back and press through more things for now, because I don't feel like I've got enough. It's no use. As long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here, yeah, it's like there's something. Pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous. Yeah, it's like I don't want to push my luck right now. It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. Okay. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. The rest was for the murder of your one creator and 2 or 3... Let's go back to the store here. Yes, now I remember I took that request by mail. Fine. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of your one creator and 2 or 3 other small things. One of these things was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. I feel like it's got to be something here. Because this has opened up more and it's like, what? What do you want of me, game? So let's pursue it from this idea. Okay. Right. Why would she, in his scenario, why would she want the figurine? She'd want the figurine because something's inside it, which we know is the suicide note. But again, she already had access to it previously. So she wouldn't want that, because she could have already got it anyway. It's the only thing I can think of is that. It's like, no. So let's go with like, yeah, there's a contradiction. So let's get back through that. Like, she already knew about it, etc. Well, she knew about it, yeah, obviously, but she had access to it, clearly. That didn't require it being taken and stuff like that. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews, but I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Pheonix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Mr. Wright? Doctor? Everyone's been calling him Mr. Wright, haven't they? That's threw me off. Let's present evidence. I'm probably gonna go with the suicide note, because that's what feels correct to me. Witness, let's go over this one more time. Like, she knew what was in it already. There's a reason she knew what was in it already and stuff. Right? You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at Engarde Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Oh, okay, well that phrasing has changed stuff. So now we basically need to prove that she can't be the recipient of the bear. That doesn't... I mean, I do recall something with her when she was going on about the suicide note. Andrews, this is. Pretty much being on like she'd destroy it, wouldn't she? So the fact it still exists... Yeah. So it's like, I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear, because if she was the recipient of the bear, she would have opened it up because she knows how to open it. She knows how to open it. That says that right there. And as a result, she would have had the suicide note, which she was going to destroy. Right? It's that sort of thing of like, 95% there? And the 5% worries me? Take that! Shelley the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. Oh. Thank you, Phoenix. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, and that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. There we go. Even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands. I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Yeah, definitely burned it, yeah. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh, he's broke again. Pieces everywhere. There's gear in my eye. What? Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm sure I mentioned this before. I hate traitors, above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. Uh-oh. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. Oh, crap. Hold it! No, please. Not that, please, wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Is he alright? What in the... Mr. Wright, are you, Mr. Edgeworth, Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should, Edgeworth, we can't do this. We keep this up. He'll... Prosecution, what has come over everyone? Even you are, prosecution... rests. What is going on around here? Prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? What? Oh, that's quite strange. Well, never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Engarde, would be declared innocent. In his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Engarde, to the stand. The items from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. But... Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But... at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Engarde? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing, like a spring breeze crap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You better get Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. If I say he's innocent, then Mr. Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? I have a choice I make. Someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Engarde, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Engarde, is... Oh dear. It would come down to this, wouldn't it? I'm gonna say guilty, because it's what Maya would want us to do. And we can't get Andrews convicted. It's not fair on her at all. It's not right. At all. So... We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Engarde, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Engarde is... Oh, of course. Franziska von Karma? What are you doing here? Ah! You see now, don't you? Mr. Phoenix Wright? Thank God she's here. I didn't think I'd be saying that at the start of the game, though. This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces, do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final... evidence? And there's more evidence. I've got lunch to get to. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Objection! Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please, these pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. Must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor, the killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I suppose we'll get more details. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. Ah, yes, of course, you did get shot in the shoulder, didn't you? And that's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it'd be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. Pistol added to the court record. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. Oh, hello. I bet the killer took that from Engarde's mansion. Question for more details. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. Videotape added to the court record. Can we get, like, a VCR player in here? The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Question for more details. Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. Ah. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. Ooh. Okay. A button. It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Melbo's uniform added to the court record. Missing button. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, it is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these three items do not tell us anything about that. That's a damn good point. From the judge. What? Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. What? This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Even if that verdict's wrong, you idiot. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. Can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two? The first. Make Engarde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Engarde. If the killer were to no longer think of Engarde as his client, then he would let Maya go. Yeah. That's even more impossible. Actually, I'd say that's more possible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side. Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence who you think is the right person. That's impossible to turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened to this point. Think, Pheonix, think. There must be a way to save Maya, while taking Engarde down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? Who would I like to show evidence to? So I'm going for the evidence. It's just I'm just pressed to the right because I'm thinking. It's like the only person I can think of that I should show it to. Wait, does it matter which one of them I choose? I didn't realize they were both there. I've only just taken that in now. It's like maybe there's something here that will show sort of like, now we know. There's that element of like, do we now know who you are? And that could be the thing. That could be it. Because it's like, now we know he's the killer and stuff like that. Maybe Matt has brought... It's that sort of thing. Like, I'm trying to pursue this idea of, like, Matt's... Like, it's not going to mean anything to Matt. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, who should we show it to and why? It's the why is what I'm trying to fall on. And I'm feeling like it is show it to Shelly the killer, but it's like, why? Because of everyone else doesn't make sense is what I'm thinking. It's like, there's no point showing it to Maya because she's not here. Pearl, pointless. Gumshoe, not here. Francisca, already saw it. Edgeworth, he's seen it as well, it's right there. It's no, dead. There's like a slight maybe on that, but I don't feel like that's gonna do anything. No, I forgot she existed. No, how's that even gonna help her in any regard? It's like, I can only think it's meant to be Shelly the Killer at this point. Why? It's the only one that makes sense. Because none of the others make as much sense. So let's think about what we've got here. Let's think about what we've got. We've got the gun, which, right, so the gun proves that he shot Von Karma. Fine. Nothing to do with this case. We got the bellboy costume. Let's go to the evidence, actually. Let's go to the evidence. So we got the oh. Why would he want the tape? He went back to get the tape. Why? We need to pursue that angle, don't we? We need to know why. Why did he go back and get the tape? Why? Why? I was gonna press X, then it's like, no, that's not a person. That's a videotape. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. It's gotta be the tape, because he went back for it. Why? It's that, why did he go back? We know why, but the court doesn't know why. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, looks like I managed to convince him.